feel like cool cars need to have big wings, and that is exactly what we are installing on the Supra today. This is a giant TRD style matte carbon wing that we're gonna be replacing the OEM spoiler with. What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. We finally have the Supra out of winter storage, and it's with the R8 for the first time in its life. I've never had these two cars together in my garage. Got a little mustard and mayonnaise action going on. Feels good to have this car back, man. I have a lot of plans that I wanna do with this car. It takes a lot of time and money to do all of that, but we're gonna get started slowly but surely. So today, like I said, we're gonna be installing this wing. Dude, two of my absolute dream cars just sitting right here in front of me. I can't. Oh! So this was actually sent out to us from a company called All Street, which is out in Australia. They make a bunch of aftermarket parts for cars like Supras and other JDM cars, I can't remember. But the quality of the carbon on this is, like, I've bought maybe dozens and dozens of carbon parts in my life, and this is by far the best quality carbon I've ever seen. Here, I'm gonna show you guys close up so you can see what I'm talking about, dude. This is absolutely ridiculous. And it's matte carbon, and it just looks so much cooler. Also, from what the owner told me, these aren't actually for sale yet. He gave me like his final prototype version, so I think I'm like one of the first customer cars to have this spoiler in the entire world, not counting like his own cars. Also, I just want to point out, I don't think there's anything wrong with this actual wing. I love this spoiler. I told myself I was never gonna change it. I love the OEM body, but dude, after seeing all the cars that have like the TRD style, I just wanted to try it for myself. It's always worth like changing things up once in a while, because you never know if you're gonna like something until you try it. Plus, it would be cool to have these cars match, because this thing has a giant carbon fiber spoiler. This one is gloss, and then this one will have a carbon fiber spoiler, but that one will be matte. So first thing we gotta do is figure out how this spoiler actually comes off. I'm assuming we'll pop the trunk. There'll be a couple of panels we got to take off, a couple of bolts holding this in. Bada bing, bada boom. This comes on, new one goes on. So if I did my research correctly, this is the only panel that's in between the spoiler and the trunk of the car. And this thing is just held on by a bunch of clips, so we're just gonna have to yank it off and hope we don't break anything. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, jeez. Ow! Whoops. Okay, so now that the panel is off, it reveals 4 bolts. There's one here, one here, one here, and then one in there. Looks like that those bolts are 10 mil, so this should be pretty easy. Wow, that was extremely loose already. One more down here. That one was also very loose. What the hell? Okay, all 4 bolts have been removed, so the spoiler should just kind of... All right. So this is what it looks like when you remove a spoiler after almost 30 years. It is absolutely filthy. And there's this weird like OEM clip I think we have to remove. It's on both sides. This side is actually not as dirty as the other side. That's so weird. This car looks so goofy without a wing. Look at it from this angle. It just looks like a busted old 30-year-old Toyota, which I guess it is, but it just looks so much uglier without a spoiler. Let's try to clean this up as best as we can. Oh, wow. Okay, so from everything I read online, it says to install one leg on each side, and then you install the center plate so everything's easier to align. Okay, so we have both bases bolted down. Kind of looks like devil horns now, but that was incredibly easy. The bolt holes lined up absolutely perfect, like probably as good as OEM, and it contours to the trunk so well. So there's no way you have to like wiggle this around, or no body work you have to do. It literally just bolts on, plug and play. What's cool about this wing is before I tighten everything up, you can actually see there's a lot of adjustability I can do. So if I want the wing to be more flat, I can have it be more flat. If I want it to be more raised up, I can have it be more raised up. I think I'm not gonna have it all the way down. I'm also not gonna put it all the way up. That looks a little too racer car-ish. So I think like somewhere in the middle should be good. Now that we've adjusted the actual wing, we can go back in and tighten the brackets. Now we just install these little end plates to protect our hardware. And there we go. We now have the TRD style spoiler from All Street Australia, fully installed. It's actually much bigger than the R8 wing. Dude, I thought this wing was big. That one is so much taller. And then I know I talked about the quality a lot, but dude, I have to show you guys this carbon weave one more time. Like, have you ever seen carbon weave so perfect? And just listen to that perfect finish. Oh my goodness. Now I definitely want to paint some of the parts of this wing. I don't want to leave it fully carbon. I want you guys to help me decide what I should paint. Do I paint the legs white and then I leave this part carbon? Do I paint the entire thing white so there's no carbon showing? And then for the legs, do we paint the entire thing white? Do we leave this part carbon? Do we make this white as well so it all kind of flows? I've seen a lot of people leave the little end plate carbon just to add that little pop. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm definitely going to get some of it painted. I just got to figure out what parts I want to get painted. Now I also got to figure out what to do with my old OEM spoiler. This thing is like in perfect shape. There's nothing wrong with the paint. There's no cracks, no nothing. It's perfect. I'm not selling it. I want to keep it. Maybe we would turn it into like some kind of wall art decor. I don't know. I'll hang it up somewhere maybe. This is how it looks from the back, fully installed. It definitely is very aggressive, but I think an aggressive spoiler is kind of what this car needs because it's so like bubbly and round everywhere. Once this car gets a little bit more low and then we paint the brackets on the side white, I think that'll kind of complete everything. Dude, it looks so aggressive now. I really like the way this TRD style flows. I still cannot believe how much bigger the wing on the spoiler is now compared to the R8. That is a huge difference. Sorry if that was kind of a short video. The install was actually really fast. It took me an hour from start to finish, and that's including filming on this camera and my phone for like short form stuff. But yeah, I think next we need to put on the new front lip. And when we put the front lip on, I think I'm gonna get that paint match. So I'll do it at the same time when we get the sides of this wing painted. We can do it at the same time. And then once that is done, I think we need to dial in the suspension a little bit more. I do have coilovers on this car, but I never fully like dialed in the height properly because when I first installed them, it was way too low and I was rubbing on everything. So I just got super frustrated, raised it super high so I don't have to worry about any rubbing. But now that I'm looking at it, that is some gnarly wheel gap right there. Anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more about what I'm going to do to the Supra and the R8, because we have a lot of mods coming for both cars, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time.